At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh.
Throwing on first down, Porter.
Pass complete, George Pickens with it.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively, 15 yards on the game's initial play.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in the play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The Steelers at 8-8 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A game there of 30 big ones.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now a first down carry for Harris. They find some open field here. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Looking to throw. Porter. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Lions are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Secret, he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Come on, come on. Hey. Check, check.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
To throw on second down. McKee. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Alex Highsmith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
On the jump.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
To throw on 3rd down.
Porter.
Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Harris running straight ahead. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Porter. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
He'll take it inside the 25.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris once again. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Back to throw. Porter. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Corey Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off the play fake. McKee. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He's got room at the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Operating from the gun, Porter.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Porter.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Porter. He gets this one to Johnson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Porter. He gets it left side to Johnson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Harris is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Porter.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers.
4 yards on the touchdown ground.
And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. McKee.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
Okay, ready? Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
19, Tiger, 19.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown.
George Pickens
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get through.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun.
McKee. Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball, taking it right down Broadway. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
23 yards on the play.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. McKee. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. Boy, no chance chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This is taken at the 23. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Porter. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
60 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Dobbins. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll fight forward on the straight ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Back to throw. Porter.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 41-yard punt, giving 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd and Baltimore. And the Ravens now really pouring it on. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Porter. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Porter. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big pickup of 38.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Room here to run.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They hand this off to Harris, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Back to throw. Porter.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers.
A great effort there. With his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season.
And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McKee. That pass caught. It's Williams. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Harris. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will find his man on the outside.
And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
73 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. On first down, McKee. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
from the gun on third down. McKee. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
On fourth down, McKee. It's caught by Mike Evans.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
Let's go. Ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
Moving my team. Ready.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he's got room. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Off play action. McKee. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on third down and move it closer. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Porter. Flushed, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Yetur Gross-Matos
in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And some room to roam now. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Detroit,
a victory in Week 18 gives them a final mark of 13 up and 4 down.
and now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh,
They wanted desperately to finish above 500, but that will not happen, as it is an 8-9 season in the end.
and they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end.